So yesterday we listened to a story about Tom and Tabby Cat, and they were trying to make a cake with their mom. And they were having a really hard time because Tom Cat wasn't following directions. He didn't want to read the recipe and follow the directions, and so he didn't put the right amount of flour in the cake, and it made his whole cake mess up. So today we're going to talk a little bit more about that. Yesterday you got to share a time with me when you had to follow directions for something to go your way. Today you're going to listen to me and follow my directions, and we're going to draw a picture. So Tom and Tabby Cat are going to sit off to the side. Say bye, Tom and Tabby. They're going to sit over there. And I want you to get a piece of paper. You can pause this if you need to go get a piece of paper and a pencil. I'm going to use my whiteboard so that you can see when I'm done, but I want you to have your paper the long way. And when I give you your directions, you're going to draw the picture on your paper, and then we're going to compare. We're going to look and see how close to my drawing yours was. So when we start, I want to tell you the first direction is going to be to draw something, and I want you to start drawing it at the bottom. Okay, that's going to help you to have enough space. So pause this if you need to. Make sure you have a pencil and a piece of paper and that your paper is ready like this. I'm going to draw here, but in between steps, if you need to pause this so you can draw your shapes and follow my directions, that's fine. So the first step, step number 1, is to draw a large rectangle with the long sides at the top and bottom. And remember, we're going to do this toward the bottom of our paper. Draw a long rectangle with the long sides at the top and bottom. The next direction is to draw another rectangle the same size, and you're going to put it right on top of that rectangle. So when you draw it, you should have 2 rectangles stacked on top of each other. They should be touching. You're going to have a rectangle here and a rectangle here. The next step is draw 6 circles on the bottom of the first rectangle you drew. So at the very bottom of that first rectangle you drew, I want you to draw 6 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the next direction says draw 6 skinny rectangles on top of the rectangles you drew. So right now, you have a rectangle here and a rectangle here with some circles on the bottom. On top of this rectangle, I want you to draw 6 skinny rectangles standing up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now you have a rectangle and a rectangle. You have some circles at the bottom. On top of this rectangle, you have 6 rectangles standing up. And on top of those rectangles standing up, I want you to draw a little circle on top of each of them. And I'm going to show you what I drew. Mine looks kind of like a birthday cake. There's a cake. There's maybe some decorations at the bottom. These could be candles. And you can see each of the steps that I followed. I drew a rectangle with a rectangle on top. There's 6 circles at the bottom. There's 6 rectangles on top, facing up with a circle on top of each. So I want to see how yours turned out. And sometimes it might not look just like this, and that's okay. I want to see what your shapes that you drew look like. So take a picture, and you'll be able to put it on Seesaw for me to see how you listened and followed directions.